Good morning.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Let's get down on the good news train. Have your morning coffee with Mario every Monday. Get the 311 before the morning's done. Laugh until you cry. You can always rely on morning coffee with Mario every Monday. Morning coffee with Mario.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning, everyone. In case you haven't noticed, we are deep, deep, deep into the heat of summer. I'm sure you may have realized, even if you woke up in a cool environment, once you threw open those windows or open that front door, you realize the heat is on. The heat is on. The heat is on everywhere. The heat is on all around the country, and it is August 1st. So let's give it up. First of all, we are live to be in the heat. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mario, the show that comes to you every Monday right now as we attempt to keep you connected to all the bullshit going on out there that you should be aware of, even though you don't necessarily want to be aware of. But that's our job, to keep you connected. And I take on this momentous task in earnest, not alone. I don't have to venture forth to struggle to entertain and educate our unique urban associates. I don't have to do that alone. I am accompanied by two old mofos. Oh, one is actually older than me.
Hey.
First of all, give it up, everybody. Victor Allen.
That's exactly.
Victor Allen, he drives the ship.
I got a question.
He drives it.
Who's Ernest?
I think that's Tyrone DeBose's friend.
I got you, man.
That's
Who's
Ernest.
older than you?
Yeah.
And who's older than me? But speaking of which, the wiser and much older, everybody, Amari Bakari.
The much older.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
And,
Glad to be back.
and I'm the oldest one, right? But I don't mind. I want to be the oldest one.
All right. Well,
Okay.
good luck on that.
I want to be the oldest.
Okay.
Just let me. Just,
And to all the men out there over 50, I'm sorry about your penis. That's what it says. All of us. So that's okay. Remember, we got your back. We go head forward
That
into the
topic,
summer.
That'll take up the whole show, right
You
there.
know. Hey, it's been a bunch of stuff is going around here at Morning Coffee. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. For one, we've a bunch of our pioneers have come and now transitioned, and we're going to be talking about some of that a little bit later. Things are going on worldwide. The political upheaval is a big deal, and we're going to talk a little bit about that because it's still about Trump. All about Trump and all about Biden as we head forward. But then there's COVID. And the question is to mask or unmask. What are the questions? How are we getting that? So we're going to talk about that. As for me, my dating experiences have continued. I continue to be out there in the dating world, and it is what it is. What can I say? It's still costing me money. So it's going to be that kind of day. Vic, what's happening with you?
yeah, man. Are you getting any playback on something? I hear a little playback. Yeah, that whatever I hear on the phone.
I'm hearing something.
Yeah, I'm hearing something. Some
Sound like it was coming from over there earlier.
yeah volume. I'm not sure where it is. Let me check here and see if it's my system. Hold on, you guys. Maybe me. Let me see.
Yeah, we always got something.
Okay, if you keep hearing it, just check your systems. That's it. Either way, if you don't hear it now, that was my computer. Okay, check it out. I'm going to follow up and tailgate on something that I usually don't do because Mario, you did say this has been an interesting weekend. So I'm going to follow up with the iconic Bill Russell as well, but in a different way than the usual when everybody's looking back. Okay, I got my ethos. I'm gonna roll you back somehow from a festival to elementary school. I'm gonna see how you can follow that up and see if you can connect with that. Then there is a celebrity who has a new nickname, and we're going to find out is it appropriate. It's the appropriate nickname. And if time allows, and I have to apologize because so much has happened, I'm not going to talk about Deshaun Watson. I'm leaving that all up for everybody else. Sorry, can't do it. Going to see if I can squeeze in just a teaser, because I said last week I was going to follow up on what they call the Ebony Woman and exactly all her traits and characteristics. But right now, because of this recent weekend, I may have to defer to that a little bit. So that's my ethos, man.
Well, let me tell you this. First of all, the dating thing. I decided that every week I should come up with a dating warning. So many people are doing the online dating. And so I decided this morning to make you aware of one of the more common ones. No, that random text to the wrong number isn't a mistake. It's a scam. So when you get that text that says, oops, hey there, George, this is Cindy from Bob's Party, and then you go, oh, it's not George. She says, oh, well, you're so nice and polite. I'd like to get to know you. Scam, scam, scam. Okay.
And it's such a gross waste of time that, someone sends you a text and it gets your attention because you're paying attention to what's on your device. And then when you see that, it's like, okay, well, what defense do we have with our technology?
Well, see, that's the part that's actually bad because I get so many. Like, I get the other one is the one where they say, oh, you'd be great for my sister. See, it's a handoff. There's a handoff that occurs between Facebook dating and the other apps. So if you notice, what I love to ask them to do is I ask them a question. Because they have language issues and they're following a protocol. So when I say, where are you? They say, let's talk on WhatsApp. And then I say, where are you? And they go, let's talk on WhatsApp.
Right.
And then I go, do you do anal?
They'll see.
And then they go, let's talk on WhatsApp. I've said the most disgusting things to these people, and they never cut off the conversation. So now lately I've been asking them if they're into lesbian anal bondage. But, and they always say, let's talk about it on WhatsApp. Now, some of you are going lesbian
I
anal
told one to
bondage.
fuck off. I text one, I said, fuck off. And they not only text me back, fuck you, but they went on and started playing the dozen. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I had one of
There's
those.
some brothers in this shit, or what's going on?
No,
with
those
this?
are the ones where it's a dude. I said to one of them, you're probably a dude in the most fucked up job in the world, that you have to make sexual advances online to people like me who ask you about lesbian anal bondage. What a fucked up job.
They're probably sitting there saying, oh, here's a live one.
That's right. So the dating is continued. Watch out for the dating scams. I'm estimating about 90%. Here's the issue, and I hate to stereotype certain nationalities. While Facebook dating is coming from everywhere, it seems like the Asians have perfected it to make it an art form. So just like they used to talk about the Nigerian family who needed help with the funds and requesting, now the latest ongoing one is Asian babes with inappropriately beautiful pictures who are initiating discussions that really lead you into cryptocurrency.
Well, I hate to be devil's advocate, but what if it's still the Nigerians just using Asian pictures?
It sure could be. It
Or
sure could
the
be.
Russians.
It
You know-
sure could be. It could be all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm just warning you, it's crazy. I'm out there in the dating world, and Amari and I, in our very, very, very free moments that we have, somehow seem to find ourselves sinking back to our lowest levels of the old days and looking at women online. I must admit, I want everyone to know that prior to Amari, I wasn't doing this. I was studying, I was reading the Bible in the late nights, and then Amari came along and got me into
The
this
thing
whole
that's cool
new.
is that all the different ways you can use technology. I'm exploring them all. I can't tell you how many plants I look at. during the course of the day. But yes, I do visit those new porno sites online.
And you can look at Pornhub on a 75-inch. That's a whole different experience. I'm just telling you, if you haven't looked at 75-inch, I'm just
Well,
anyway.
I got at least an input on this because you guys, you guys were
I'm
taking
just
the floor.
saying,
You were
it's
taking,
summertime.
You're taking the floor,
We don't get out.
and I know that you guys are having a rough time dating, but I did. I know you guys having a rough time
This
dating.
is true.
Oh well.
But I found that on the survey that I've taken, that it's preferable to get those kind of calls and text messages that are mistaken than collection calls. And I prefer those preferably. I know I'm giving up my credit rating, but they tend to be a little bit more enjoyable than the collection calls. I'm just letting you know. You said keep it real.
collection calls.
I get collection calls, you guys. So if any of you guys think that I have a high score rating, there goes 5. Look, I got about 10 people dropped offline on my feed. See, already. It's already gone. See, this is what happens. Well, I'm keeping it real. I didn't say what kind of collection calls. I said I get collection calls. Don't be
I was
going.
about to say.
But they trying to collect.
It could be some of those fine women
Hey, man.
that Vic has
Yes.
in videotape they want to collect. Like,
Yeah,
you
like a-
told me you were going to.
You know what? Like I said, continue, Mario.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find some old brothers, you need something to do. Call us up.
There you go.
You know, I must admit, I am getting approached by people, and you know, I don't know, but it's not a one size fits all. And I'm not using that as a pun. I'm just saying it's just not that way. Okay, so you know, it's an intellectual thing. So I don't know what Vic's requirements are, but and I don't know what Omari's. They seem to be getting to be less and less. But
I just wanted to have some nappy ass hair.
now, ain't that wonderful?
Hey, keeping it real.
Nappy ass hair.
Yeah, just as long as you're not a person who don't get any attention whatsoever, even from spam, even for anything else, and you go, nobody's trying to get to me. 0.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Nobody.
All right, so I want y'all to feel good. I want y'all to feel good. All right. Trying to reload this page. So here's a video. Man, you know, stuff don't act right when I. Here's a video. There you go, Vic.
You want the audio on it?
Is it have audio?
Yeah, it should. If not.
This is a video of look at this. Of a dog saving a deer.
Give.
Look at this.
Oh, how cute.
See, I'm trying to make you feel good.
Very good.
Despite Biden.
My-
See, look at this. You can know that somewhere out there a dog would save a deer. Now, what you don't know is that evening that deer was toasted up nicely with a bit of thyme and some wonderful
just
garlic
wrong.
seasoning.
That's just wrong. That's just wrong, man.
That deer was then
That's-
wonderful fodder.
Wow.
For,
Wow.
but I just want you. I want. See, I have time to bring you good things, okay, and little things, and to talk about Angelina Jolie. You know, their adopted daughter Zahara is now a Spelman girl. Give it up.
All right.
Velma.
Oh, yeah.
Amari and I both attended historically black institutions, and now we get to see Angelina Jolie. Now, of course, the men, you know, her picture's up in all the dorms now.
Oh, man.
This already.
What? See.
Okay. Who's getting to go to Angelina's house for Thanksgiving? So, what can I say? What can I say? Among the people that we're acknowledging who are no longer here with us, Nichelle Nichols. Wow. You know, there was a time where you only had but so many black women to look at on television. You had Diane Carroll for a minute. I think she was the first one to have it being a regularly occurring show. But Nichelle Nichols, Lieutenant Uhura from Star Trek. Did we all love her or what?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
We love her.
Her entire life, she was just a beautiful sister. Her entire life, she was just beautiful.
Yeah.
So we want to acknowledge her. She recently passed. Sad to hear about some issues with the family and all that, like many people after death are celebrities, you know.
Right.
Okay. Wow. Going on. one of my friends,
That's your kid.
63. Go, you guys, I'm acknowledging Javelle Jones Sampson. She is an old friend of mine. She is now doing photography, full bore, wonderful. She specializes in underwater shoots. So I'm just telling everybody, please contact her on Facebook. We're trying to support and promote her. And I just happened to show this picture of her because she is one of the people who make me feel really good at my age, 63 years old, and doing all that she does. Give it up for her.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Give it up for her.
I saw some of the underwater shots too. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, just wonderful stuff. Just
Yeah.
wonderful stuff. Let's see what else was going on. I cooked, you guys, and I cooked, and other people ate. Other people ate, and I did. I cooked some to see if I can get it to work.
The cabbage with the hot spam.
Wait a minute. Wait. Stop. This is beautiful.
Ladies and
Mario shows orange juice, banana, health food.
No, he cooked. So I don't know. He wants everybody to show he's healthy, but he did cook. But that shit was good.
Okay, I cook good, and sometimes I cook not so good.
It was great.
Here it is. Sometimes I cook good, and sometimes I cook not so good. See, because I'm not a purist. Now, let me sit y'all on my ass. I was 260 pounds, okay? I weigh 178 right now, okay?
Congratulations, my
Give it
brother.
up.
Congratulations.
And half of that is scrolling.
Spam. The hottest spam I ever had.
It is the
Spicy,
hottest spam.
hot.
They
But
have
it
new
went
spam.
so well with the cabbage.
It is new spam, Omari. I said, Omari, it's a cultural growth here. Spam is big around the world, especially in Hawaii, Okinawa, a bunch
I
of
mean, I know
Asians
they're
do it.
going nuts over that spam in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, hot and
going
spicy
nuts over
spam. But besides that, I actually, because I was kind of horrified, ladies and gentlemen, for the most part, with this. I was kind of horrified. I bought some scallops online and had them delivered, and I didn't look at the price. I've been lucky lately, and I didn't look because I was just getting what I wanted. And it never occurred to me that these scallops were going to be $27 a bag.
Gee.
16 ounces of scallops. These were the colossal. Take a picture, the big giant ones.
Wow.
They were $27.88 a bag.
Yeah, but that ain't bad.
But check it out, Omari. The same 16 ounces in the smaller ones, $18 a bag. But still, think about it, you guys. $18 a bag, 27. But let me tell you, they cooked up.
If
Look
you
at
would have
them.
went to a restaurant. Oh wow.
On slow motion.
Was that them sizzling?
Omari said, oh, wow.
Sounds like a forest fire.
Because it's a slow
if
motion.
you go to a restaurant and you eat that many, you're gonna spend 80, 100, 150.
Because they don't give you 7. I had 7, and then Audrey came by, and I made 7 for her. These are those big scallops. And let me tell you something about it. You got to get the pan hot. That olive oil, drop them in there. It doesn't. They cook real fast. Then when you turn them over, drop half a stick of butter in there and baste them. And baste them. And then put that over some rice. I'm just telling you. Yeah, that was it. Give it up, Mario. 27, and I'm not going to feed you. I'm not going to feed you. You know, I'm not going to feed you. All right, coming back up, we got to come back, talk a little bit about the news. Like we said, we got a bunch of stuff happening today, trying to get the system tied in. I want to acknowledge our audiences. LinkedIn, I'm getting a bunch of. We don't know what to do with LinkedIn. We don't. We're trying to figure out what to do with LinkedIn. The merging of the business world and all those different parts. I don't know what you guys. What do you guys think we got supposed to do with LinkedIn?
Well, I'm going to kind of defer this one over to Omari. That's his growth spurt as it relates to, you know, hey, look, that's a place where I've had a lot of success following and deliverables.
Because yes, and you're speaking to LinkedIn right now.
Well, let's say-
They're focused on your lips.
Let's start out by saying and recognizing that this is National Black Business Month, and this
Okay.
is a Black
There we
Business
go.
Tax
There we go.
so one of the things that we'll constantly be doing throughout the month with our weekly broadcasts and our individual broadcasts and podcasts is recognizing black-owned businesses around LA. And we just saw the photograph of the photographer and her business, and so let's talk about promoting her and getting businesses or getting consumers to look at patronizing black businesses in National Black Business Month.
We are a community resource and have been so forever. Just like Omari Bakari, the voice of Compton, he comes back for when Compton was black. So he's going to be bringing you a lot of Compton's updates, and we tie ourselves to the community because we've been doing that forever. In fact, Victor Allen used to ask me so much. He said, we do so much wonderful community service. Are we going to do anything that makes any money? And the answer then and now was no, we're not doing nothing.
You know,
Absolutely.
like I said,
There's nothing
this is
that makes money.
this is our ethos.
It was our
There
ego.
we go.
Here we go. All right, we'll be right back talking about that news. Take a break, take a sip, take a dip. Whatever you're having this morning, get your scrambled eggs, your Cheerios, your bran muffin. Whatever you're having, your fruit, your yogurt, your tea, your coffee. Come on and share with us. We are Morning Coffee with Mario. What's up? That's how you sound the body heat. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Get it up. Yeah, loving this adjustment to summertime, and it's warm here in Los Angeles. Had to give me a little cool drink. Alexa, weather in Compton.
In Compton, California, it's 79 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can look for mostly sunny weather, with a high of 84 degrees and a low of 68 degrees.
As it relates to L.A., as Compton is always a little cooler.
Cooking in the CPT.
Yeah. All right. And we love it every week. We entertain ourselves with our AI, artificial intelligence. It is artificial intelligence, and we recognize that. However, we attempt to abuse it nonetheless, because if you can't abuse artificial intelligence, who can you abuse? You know. So let's talk again. Let's get her. Alexa, rap.
Big ups to Grace Hopper. Showstopper. OG computer programmer, Navy battalion commander, went to Yale for mathematics, got a PhD. Didn't retire from the Navy till she was 80. She invented the compiler, taught computers to read, was a teacher and mentor helping others succeed. Medals for freedom and technology, so hats off to Grace cause she's legendary.
Yeah.
What
They
about
didn't
Grace?
they didn't know.
What
Y'all didn't
about
know she could
Grace?
do that. Yeah, shit, all that, And I want to say that reminds me. One of my buddies from County Hospital, Mae Jemison, first black woman in space, doing all African dances. She's one of those wonderful examples of the women who will outrun you, out wrestle you, outthink you. She'll out everything you. But made me think of her because we're celebrating all the people. I've been blessed in my lifetime to sit around kicking it with some people who are going to be remembered forever.
Yeah.
And that's Mae Jemison. Give it up. And I asked her, doctor, I helped her draw blood. No, actually, yeah, I was helping her. He wasn't helping me. No.
Right,
So-
right.
But the whole Grace thing is interesting because what that whole rap was saying is she created natural language processing, which teaches the computer parts of the speech. That's how you can have a conversation with it. So I think that's a lot of kids need to understand the potential that they have in terms of embracing innovation and what they can do with this technology.
Well, you can see that I specifically am so proud to have Omari Bakari now explaining the things to you that you never could understand. Couldn't understand what I told you, and now you can't understand it when he tells you.
Anyway,
But we'll keep trying. Omari and I talk about this
all the time.
because we are nerds. We are geeks.
All the
And
time.
we're going to talk nerdy to you whether you like it or not.
We gotta
okay?
get those shirts made.
We're going to talk nerdy.
Well, then where were you guys at Comic-Con over last week? If y'all that nerdy,
See,
y'all should
where-
have been gone, right?
Where was Omari? Because he could have went as the star, with the Woofy.
Start out.
The grandfather Wolfie.
He could have, yeah, you got to, dress appropriately for
Okay.
the
I
Comic
guess
Con.
in so many ways, they want me to just confess I'm the oldest in the room.
Yes.
I thought I was the oldest.
So you keep throwing this.
I'm the oldest, man. Let's keep it real.
They all old.
Okay.
Ladies and
Keep it real.
gentlemen,
Keep it
if
real.
you want to find that good old slow hand, that's what I'm saying. Let me tell you how good. Some of y'all know.
Hey.
You were talking
Slow
about it to
hand.
your friends. That good old slow hand. Just remember it's out there. And Omari Bakari is the slowest. The good old. If I can stay awake, I'll compete. But that's the way we do it. All right. So come on, y'all. It's time for something else. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. Yeah, let me tell you. Good news, bad news, and other shit. Let's start with other shit. The first thing to remember and to think about is that your vice president at the time, Mike Pence, refused to get into that Secret Service car. Why?
Well, it obviously isn't a secret.
Why? Here you have the Capitol under attack, being stormed. Secret Service is trying to evacuate the vice president, and he don't want to go.
He's saying I'm not rolling.
He's
with
not.
y'all.
He's not getting in that car.
Not gonna do it.
Secret Service SS, what does it mean? So this is the ongoing focus now, supposedly. We never get to hear anything of the Justice Department. So it's now that Biden has got his buddy Merrick Garland, by the way, let's assume he agrees with everything Merrick Garland is doing or not doing. Because how many attorney generals did Trump have? I bet you can't even name the first one.
We lost count, right? We were like 4 or 5.
Sessions was Jeff Sessions, right? Was the first. People forgot him because he didn't last as long. But I'm all about firing the attorney general. But remember, there's no reason to fire him if he's doing what you want him to do. Merrick Garland is operating. We guess we're supposed to have faith that he's doing something to prepare some type of indictment, because all we've been getting is more and more details of what Trump actually did. At this point, there's no doubt. Even the Republicans themselves have factions because they now want to endorse pretty boy Ron DeSantis of Florida. And somebody actually said from the great state of Florida. And I almost passed gas. The great state, what the fuck is Florida great for? No offense.
Big ass python.
They the great state, my ass of Florida. Okay, it's like the great state of Texas. What a shithole full of where being a racist redneck is an art form. Okay, that's Texas. Okay, so this is what's going on. The world here, as we know in the United States, gets separated. I'm proud and happy to be part of this battle, you guys. You have to understand, because my perspective is so different from yours. When I was 13, 85% of America thought like Trump. The America I knew growing up, interacting with, from the time I was a child till I was a grown man, that was Trump.
I'll roll with you on that.
The whole United States. We knew as black people you had to identify the 10 to 15% of white folks you could trust.
Yeah.
And it was 10 to 15%. In high school, you did it mainly by the white folks who would actually speak to you. If they did actually speak to you, they became part of your clique, and they were acknowledged as being, quote unquote, cool. The world continues. And that's what's happening right now as America continues the separation. It's now down to 35%. And so therefore I have great happiness, because the reason why you're hearing so much about them is because they are going down and out. And because of that, they are panicking. They know the world as it was is no longer here. It's going away. I like the posting that I put up. Where was that? The posting I put up right here, it says, the people who threw rocks at Ruby Bridges for trying to go to school in 1960 now are upset their grandchildren might learn about them throwing rocks at Ruby Bridges for trying to go to school. Some of these people out there, I've been fighting them my whole life. Them, they daddy, they granddaddy. We've been fighting these racist folks our whole life. And the point is that the world moves forward.
Yeah.
It continues to move forward. You know how it moves forward? Because one of the things that God has designed is that we wear out. We self-destruct. They too will die and pass, and their children don't carry forward the legacy of racism that they do. And so the world slowly becomes a better place simply because of people dying. Well, here we go. Here we go. And I still am acknowledging, as we head toward the midterm elections, what party do you belong to? Some of you are still proud to be Democrats. I find that difficult. If the only thing you're proud of is that you're not the party of Trump. That's the only thing you're proud of, that you're not with Trump. The Republicans have now been co-opted by a segment of conservative America. It makes me laugh to think of all the regular conservatives being locked out, trying to find out where they're going to be, what party will be, because the Republican Party is co-opted. It's the party of Trump. Even without Trump, it'll continue to be the party of that 35% who are trying to hold on to that white supremacy, amongst other things. That is going to continue. But so who will be the Republican Party? And actually, who will be the Democratic Party, whose most radical elements are the only ones I like?
So Sunday, I went to the Los Angeles Urban Policy Roundtable, and Earl Afari Hutchinson posed the question: Who is the alternative to a Republican or a Democrat candidate? And I said, IBM Watson. Let's use artificial intelligence to run the government.
Skynet.
You expand on that, brother.
Okay, well,
You can expand on
let's
that
just
one.
go back to
I'm not going to let you just leave that with a hanging out there.
let's just go back to what Grace did for technology by teaching a computer to understand our language. IBM Watson, Watson is the jewel of IBM today. It's a machine that you teach what to do. And you can teach it how to run government. And you can teach it how to run government unbiased. So why not let artificial intelligence run the government?
Because you can't control the people who do what you said you could teach it. And they would say, well, you could,
Well, I guess
but we
that's-
could also teach it to kick some black folks in the ass. Okay, we got a whole bunch of shit we could teach it. And who's been doing the teaching so far?
Well, you got a point, because that's what I'm going to be discussing today, these damn teachers.
So we're gonna have to find some teachers. And so it is. This is what's happening. This is what's happening out there today. Switch reels. What the hell are we doing about COVID? Do you know? I'm a board certified pediatrician. Okay? And I can tell you, it's come down to the same old shit. The fact that they gotta dumb it down for the American public. Okay? This is what's really happening. The COVID disease isn't as deadly. They recognize they had a hard time getting you to get vaccinated the first time. They basically do not have the heart and will to try to get you vaccinated if the disease ain't killing you like wildfire. So that's what it's really. They basically throwing up their hands. Woo. The public's too stupid. They're too stupid. They're not doing anything right. They're not using it. They're not using the tests right. They're not doing it right. They're not doing anything, and they're not reading anything, and they don't want to be told. So, as a health educator, you're kind of in a bad space. I don't know what to tell people about COVID right now because everyone I'm talking to, for the most part, has made up their mind. They made up their mind. I go this far. Get involved with the healthcare system. You now, for many of you who have healthcare coverage for the first time in your life, take advantage of that healthcare. Get your obese ass into the doctor and let him start taking care of you and advising you on the things that you need to get right. Go on and get in there because the same stuff that's been killing us is killing us today. Diabetes and high blood pressure. Have you seen your children? Have you seen what your 14-year-old looks like at 225 pounds? Okay? See, what people don't recognize, if you have one obese parent, you have like a 50% chance of being obese yourself. If you have two obese parents, it approaches 90% chance. If you have both your parents are obese, you are obese. Okay? All right? This is the way it's working. And we got to do something because these are the things that are killing us. I eat bad sometimes, but I eat good most of the time. The issue is what we talk about. I guess I got to do more myself. But on a personal level, it's got to be part of us on a personal level to try to do better. Okay? To try to do better. And it's interesting because you would think that the young folks might take the way, but it turns out it's the old folks, who are doing it. The young folks are eating more fast food than we did, and we ate way too much. And they eating more of it. Okay? People can't cook. That's why I showed you my scallops. And Mari said I made some cabbage. But again, in terms of the good news, the bad news, the other shit, keep that in mind. Switch reels. I published an article about the rates of abortion in young people. And people were shocked. They were shocked. I said, see, you're forgetting. There are a bunch of people out there you'll even hear from some black people, oh, that's a white woman's issue. No.
Not at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. And you look who's getting the abortions and actually who doesn't have access. People who need abortions who can't get access to them, and this is part of the problems. So just to be aware, the good news, the bad news, the other shit, abortion impacts our communities across the board. Something that we need to discuss out loud. And I myself will raise my hand. I too have had abortions. I haven't met one person yet who's proud of the abortions they've had. Not one. I haven't met one person. anywhere who's proud of that. Deeply personal decisions that are part of what we do, and nothing that I'm proud of myself. That's for me when I stand in front of my God. We talk about the things that I did or didn't do, just like the things you did or didn't do. That's for us. But recognize that problem is out there, and as a community, black folks, we do nothing by not talking. So whether it makes you uncomfortable, I'm going to be coming at our NeoUrban community with everything that I think they need to talk about, whether it makes them feel okay or not. Ladies and gentlemen, the good news, the bad news. Now, I know that was heavy. You need a break. You need a puff. You know, here at Pack Stereo TV, we are 420 friendly. I am a medical marijuana advocate because you need something to help you deal with all this bullshit going on every day. And rather than drink, as a bunch of you do, because alcohol is definitely the gateway drug, and actually the drug that you were introduced to by your parents. Yes. But we suggest that you, instead of that, you go for it, smoke some marijuana, because nobody smokes a bunch of weed and goes out and kicks anybody's ass. That's just not the way it works, okay? You're just not doing it. So we suggest you smoke up. I'm going to give you 3 minutes, and then we're going to come back to the part of the show that makes you want to get your robe open. That's right, Victor Allen's ethos. Get your robe open.
No. No. No.
You want the robe closed, Vic?
No. You're sending them on a journey. They're gonna be disappointed, bro.
No, they not. Just get your robe open.
Yeah.
Victor Allen's coming with the full Monty. Sight, sound, and body heat. Yes. Yes. Hey, thank you guys. You know, I put together those little interludes just recently. You know, one of the things about Pack Stereo TV, and it's not just me, it's all of us, and we actually preach that to you. We are doing all kind of a team. You know, I make those graphics, I do those lead-ins, I study the video stuff, and so does Amari, and Vic actually is the one who leads us by the type of postings and creations that he's doing on his phone. So just like you, we are embracing these things, and I just want you to know that, because it kind of makes it mean a little more, I think, when you watch these selfies and you know Vic did those himself, or you watch the postings that Amari puts up, or you look at the stuff that I did, and you say, well, at least I know where they're coming from, okay? So, and I appreciate the feedback. I've been getting great, thank you, feedback. In the chat room, Gwen James, Deborah Washington, Sarah Day, the Lady Day. Oh man, they all in the chat room want to say thank you to all of our friends who are there for their support as we continue to grow. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. It comes around regularly, and we appreciate that. And so, without further ado, because ado is getting more expensive as we go, so without further ado, let's go on to Victor Allen.
You know.
Everybody.
Wow. Ado and earnest. Oh boy.
My shit not working now.
See, this is called sabotage. See, this is called sabotage. You see what
And
happens?
it is sabotage.
It's sabotage.
It's sabotage.
We go a whole hour, and we get to me. And
That's when I
sabotage
get
functions.
we get the
Sabotage.
It must be you. I think it's a color thing.
Well, I'm all good for that. I'd like to be guilty for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Victor Allen's Ethos.
Welcome to my goddamn Monday. How do you guys feel? Okay, welcome to my goddamn Monday. I'm serious, man, because I actually look forward to Monday. And that's another story, another time I'll tell you all of it, because nobody's going to care when I tell them, you know, I stayed up all night because I look forward to this Monday.
I saw you made a post early this morning.
Yeah, you see, you got me. Listen, I'm pissed off because I was supposed to give you guys the deck. I did give you the deck. I was on the deck sleep. So let's
Well, I
go
was
on.
thinking about the deck too, so I guess there's two of us who right at the top of my list. Deck.
Gotta be just the coolest spot to fall asleep though.
Yeah, I did, man. I was gone. I just chilled, looked up at the sky. Next thing you know, wake up, it's in the morning. So, hey, look, that's okay. This is kind of not the usual, what I call the usual ethos, because they say to me, when the greatest winner of all time leaves this space to go to a greater space, I have to defer. Because if I don't acknowledge the greatest winner of all time, I didn't say the greatest of all time, I said the greatest winner of all time. And I didn't want to spend time with all this history. So what I did, and you guys can chime in on your feelings of it, I selected the 5 pictures of Bill Russell, who just passed away.
Wow.
All right, that affected me. And the one thing you're going to find that they don't have in common is nothing of him on the basketball court. There's
Wow.
there's no basketball in his hand. And I remember the very first picture. And I said, I'm going to go down and tell you why each picture, over all these years, even when he was part of the Boston legacy, and I said, man, I'm caught between loving Bill because of what he's done and what he's gone through, and hating the Celtics. And it was a clash.
Yeah,
Now you get to
always.
see the 5 references that I have: icon, champion, activist, Medal of Freedom award winner, and trailblazer. And I say he's the greatest winner of all time. Michael Jordan may be the greatest. There's some arguments about LeBron, the greatest, but winner, the very first picture I keep looking at is this one. How many rings can you put on your hands and you don't have enough fingers? Okay. Every time I saw this picture, him smiling, I said, nobody can get close to what he's accomplished as a champion and winner. And he's got 2 rings on the pinky, and those are big ass rings.
Yeah.
Okay.
11 championships.
Yeah. So I just call him the ringmaster. Okay. That's it. Now, I need to know, just as it relates to who you guys think is the greatest winner of all time in all sports. Is he number 1 in your book? Anyone can chime in.
Well, he's got 11 championships, 11 NBA titles.
Right.
He's
12.
number 1 in my book.
No one has that.
Only thing I ever held against him was that he played for the Celtics. Like Vic said, he was the only one who took it to a taller Chamberlain. Who else took it to Wilt?
Right.
Well, Kareem took it to him the year the Bucks
Well, there's a
won.
debate. There's a debate on that.
The year the Bucks won, he took it to him.
Yeah, because when the Bucks lost, he also got it taken to him. Willis Reed showed Kareem a few tricks. I was there. Okay.
But now, so we don't shift to a Kareem
I
conversation.
know.
Right.
See, I say I love it.
Kareem is the only one close to Bill Russell.
Okay. Well,
Forget
then that
Michael,
group is
forget
in there.
LeBron.
Right.
We saw that group in there. Will Chamberlain, I had the experience of meeting once. Amazing to see this picture, like Victor said.
Right.
I was always enamored of Bill Russell, in fact, in that he was the shorter man by far.
Right.
But his hustle, Lord, he had nonstop hustle. And he gave Wilt, that is the one person who gave Wilt hell. And like you said, until later, in the last parts of his career.
There you go.
Well, even then, even as a player coach, I think what Bill Russell brought to the
I
game
forgot about the
was
player coach.
basketball.
That's why I
IQ.
said 12.
Yeah,
You
his
said
player
11.
basketball
coach.
IQ,
Right, that's
he
why.
won championships as a coach.
Right, that player
So,
coach thing does
yeah.
not happen. You ever hear that happen today?
No.
You know, and he was the one, they say, who made sure that Bob Cousy played his role. You
So-
know, it was
so-
interesting times.
So you get it. So when I look at these pictures, most people that set up the story, and the public and media always go, Wilt against. They find fault with Wilt. They'll find it. They'll say, because he doesn't have that many championships. I said, first of all, no matter how good. Oh, sorry. Uh-oh. We got a live one in here. We got a live one. Hold on. Is it the president?
One of them hoes want to get paid. And no more credit. No more credit.
See, that's wrong. That's just wrong.
No more credit.
But
I'm sorry, you
no,
guys.
that's all right. It's good. It's good. The reason why I'm saying this is because, as it relates to Wilt, I say you can't find fault with what we call the Shaquille O'Neal of his day. And when I look at this picture, I call it laughing icon to icon. You would never tell that they were in the grind battling and that they're worried about you got 12, I got 1. This looks like something where they're going, you know what? Our legacies are made. We cool. We've never been enemies. And that's what that picture means to me. Because when you see the laughing, and one thing I found out about Bill, he laughs loud. And I don't mean by volume, his expression. And when you go read what has happened to him when he had to go through that racism, it's amazing how the tolerance he had to deal with. So this picture to me kind of shares what he's gone through. And he's never had to double down a lot on it. People found out by other stories. So it just gives me a kind of perspective. The next picture. Oh, now this one, of course, activist. The greatest of all time. And that front 4, now I'm not going to call them the 4 horsemen. I ain't going to do that. I'm just going to say that you legitimately can sit there and say, who doesn't qualify for the greatest? On the front 4, any argument that somebody has to be removed from the consideration of the greatest, from Kareem, Jim Brown, retiring early, Muhammad Ali, and Bill Russell. Any qualifications that somebody shouldn't be in there in that greatest group?
Take a look around at the people. I wish I could name everybody in the background. I got a few ideas who they were.
Right.
I remember this time because actually what was happening is there was a mobilization in the black community to come forward and support Muhammad Ali.
That's right.
And that's what it was all about. Coming forward to support Muhammad Ali, who the United States was singling out
That's right.
for their punishment because he refused to participate in the war in Vietnam. So this is an iconic
Yes.
photo. Look at Jim Brown.
Yeah.
I actually got a chance to be at some meetings. I remember Miss Black California. There was a bunch of stuff that was happening right at the same time, and I met Jim Brown. You know, I met Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
There you go. All
These
day.
were the icons of the time, and if you could tell by the seriousness on their face, and who looks like the youngest pretty boy in the picture?
Yeah, Muhammad.
Okay, and so you could tell he was surrounded by some serious cats.
That's right.
And to his left,
I know. I know.
to his right,
It's
our
Bill.
left, Bill Russell.
There you go. Okay. So going on and moving on ahead, I go to the next picture and notice it follows the trend. The big smile, the just medal of freedom. I mean, I listen, I just sit there and say, did he see this coming during the wars of being on the court and everything that's happening? And that smile, and I said, this is one thing this man has always had, this big smile. So to me, the deserving award for this was way overdue. Way overdue, as far as I'm concerned. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna test you guys real quick. How do you guys feel about that presidential award? Does Obama take second place in this, or does he get in the way? Or is it turn off the politics? They both are trailblazers and legacy makers. Anybody want to chime in? Got quiet on the front here.
I think it's iconic.
There you
You
go.
know, this is not a question of whether or not I agree with every policy ever instituted by President Obama. I think it's about the fact, the one thing that almost all of us could agree with is that he represented well. He represented what we wanted him to represent.
Right.
And then he did that with his woman, too. And so these moments are the parts where we get to have Obama at his best, where you come to the issues that every American should be celebrating. Every American can celebrate Bill Russell. They can celebrate Obama in this moment. So, Vic,
Yeah.
there are those moments that, because of the presence,
Right.
kind of rise a bit above the history, a little bit above the history. You gotta.
Right.
Well, and I think you nailed it when you said celebrate. You know, we need to celebrate us as much and as often as we can, because our history in this country, we have not been celebrated, and that I think that takes away from our value as humans and our value as citizens in this country. So yeah, it's a great picture.
Good. Very good. Okay, and the one that hits me last, it's the last photo, is because I believe it's going to be iconic because it's hella funny. And when I say that, both of them are gone, have been taken away from us. And notice, Bill, the big laugh.
Yeah.
That's the thing that struck me about him. And Kobe has a big laugh as well.
Because it looks like they're laughing at a
Yes.
inside joke. We're the
Right.
Lakers and we still beating y'all's ass.
Right. And see, this is the part that I said, I turn off the Celtics and I turn off the Lakers. I turn on their individuality. And to me, that was more important about this. And so to me, this is what I felt was necessary for the ethos. I usually don't bring in the content outside. I had made a promise that I was going to stay within what we do here only. But this one is a day of recognition. So I just wanted to celebrate the man because he's to me, the greatest winner in all the sports of all time. So, guess what, you guys? Time to move on to, it's hard to follow up, my ethos. Okay, it's simple. There was a concert I ran into by accident. It's called Rock the Block. That's all I can tell you. I'm just going to play the video. You just play the video. Just play the video. I don't want to do anything else but play the video.
I just heard about a Rock the Block party. That's featuring an artist I wanted to check out. Gordon Banks, and I hope I'm not too late. 35 cents and a Hot Wheel to be somebody's boy. Damn, I must be desperate.
So, here's the story. For those who don't understand, Gordon Banks is kind of an indie and, doing pretty well as far as his music. Somehow or another, the people at this festival, or the lack of promotion by the radio station and the city of Los Angeles, didn't get it. And hardly nobody was there.
I just was about to ask you, is it me or is there no one there?
No, and it's not that. I'm literally sitting there, and people I met that I knew,
Poor performers.
we were talking. I said, can you imagine having a radio station, having the city did this, and this showing. Now, let me tell you something.
And nobody was there, right?
Wait a minute. Watch
I
this.
didn't see anybody.
There was a lot of people there. You know the jumpers where the kids get to go into they all crashed that. And when you have a jumpers where they can get in there and have fun versus an artist going to sing and they got to wait for, they were all crashed in there. So in a way, it was kind of like who you were going against, but still no excuse. Now, here's the bad thing. That was not Gordon Banks that I ran up on the stage. It actually was a woman leading a group singing the Prince song. I was disappointed because Gordon had just left off the stage. So, it was a couple of blocks away from my school, and y'all don't know this, but this is true. I was approached at an early age.
Nicky back.
Approached at an early age at 5 years, not 5 years, at 5th grade, and somebody came up to me and said, "Man, Sherry likes you." I said, I'm not into Sherry, man. I'm not into Sherry. And they said, "Dude, she really likes you." They came back 2 or 3 more times and said, "Man, she really likes you." They said, "Man, she's bugging me, man." I said, "Okay, I'll give you 35 cents and a Hot Wheel." I said, "Deal done." Art of negotiation. I said, "Yes."
Wait. Somebody gave you 35 cents and a Hot Wheel for
Yeah.
the girl to be your girlfriend?
Yes.
Mickey Mac. Picked you out.
A hoe from the first day.
Teaser.
Hoeing.
So this has been going on for a long time.
Dude, you know what? I know. First of all, I'm showing my age.
Yeah.
First, it actually wasn't offered that way. It was like, give you 35 cents. And I said, I don't know, ante up. And he said, I throw in a Hot Wheel. Next thing you know, she all around my shoulders, and I'm going like this. And let me play with my Hot Wheel. Now, there you go.
The art of making a deal.
There you go. Art.
The art of making a
Thank
deal.
you. So, hey, look, it's just to let you know, Hot Wheels versus girlfriends, it was Hot Wheels leading the charge. All right, going to what I call, somebody's got a new nickname. Suge Smith, one thing you should never do. Yeah, never go against a comedian, even if you're dead serious. I don't know if you guys saw the video apology.
That's maybe good advice. That maybe. Not one who some people may consider at least in the running for one of the most successful of all time.
Yes. Yeah. Listen, how many people in this room saw the Will Smith apology video? Anybody?
I didn't.
Oh, my
I looked at the first 2 seconds.
and it was over.
I wasn't. We
Say
have
it.
the wrong attitude, I think. We have the wrong
Oh,
attitude.
no, you don't. No. Listen, I'm just letting you guys know this. See, I like to go to look at various places and where people are talking. It is universal. Fail. Universal.
Okay.
First thing they're hitting is going like this. 4 months. Apology now. Why'd you wait so long? Then it's Will going, I'm calling you. You ain't responding. And everybody's going like this. Did you give me a warning and call me first to say you were going to slap me, bitch slap me? No, you didn't. He says, I had to just take it. But now you want to have what they call a meeting on time when you're calling me because you want to show the public. And everybody's saying this. This is a video public apology. It's for the public.
Well,
and it's not for
Was
Chris.
Jada, because you could tell, because Jada be skipping out. She's like,
Right. Done. She's gone.
so if Jada's not
Gone.
in it, Jada's over in the other room having a drink.
Oh, man.
With a younger guy.
Dude.
That's I'm not saying.
Dude.
See, ladies and gentlemen, that's
Younger-
Mario Bakari start some shit.
With a
Listen,
younger guy.
Yeah.
listen.
No, with an older guy, I really fuck with you.
Say,
There's hope.
say, listen. So I'm just, listen, you guys, I'm just saying this. It's universal. Who's ever talking to Will, should be fired if it's their PR people. But if it's Will and he says, I run this bitch, and it's
Well-
him, then they have nothing to say about it.
He just cut a film deal.
Right?
He's got a major film deal happening. He's got some millions coming.
Yeah, but you know how it is.
Tens of millions.
Yeah, that's contractual.
So he's in all right shape, whatever happens with this.
Well, okay, exiting out of my ethos.
Because the white people probably going, only the black people are paying attention to it.
You just see.
It was a black show.
It's a bad move. This is, listen, I'm saying this for a reason. Has anybody who's recovered successfully from something, the scorn of something this bad? Is anybody that you guys know?
Black?
Celebrity? Yeah, black, yeah. Anybody recovered to greater success, and they said, that's all behind us. Anybody?
Because you
Shit.
got some white ones.
Would you-
Richard Pryor, he caught on fire.
You know what? But see, but the people weren't
He
hating
never
on him.
was
Yeah,
mainstream,
yeah, he
though.
wasn't like that. And
He wasn't getting no He wasn't getting no Will Smith type.
Mike
These
Tyson,
brothers are getting
right?
headliner contracts.
That's right.
Where they get to headline.
That's
video.
right. See, it's
That's
this,
powerful. There's only a few where your name
right,
is the marketing thing.
right.
Because, Will Smith has got a bunch of those, right? All those sci-fi, everything he's played now. He's getting the roles that we used to say only white folks would
He's a
get.
$20 million man.
And let's look first of
Chris
all.
Rock is... Have you seen who he's hanging out with? Anyway.
See, there you go. See, this is a part two. I gotta see.
Chris
I
Rock.
can't do this. I can't do this right now because I do. I apologize to you, wonderful young ebony ladies and all women of color. I can't continue part two from last week as we talk about the greatest strengths and characteristics of you all. This is my ethos. I'll carry this on next week. Until the next time, Victor will bullshit you with another statement and an excuse. You guys have a nice day.
Mickety Mac. Ethos.
You know,
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Victor Allen's.
you know what? If I were you guys and I was in the public, I would be sitting in questions why Mario keeps going down and bending down to the floor.
I've been out to the floor because I have a tiny little mermaid down there nibbling at my toes.
I thought that's where the stash was.
And yeah, listen, I'm trying to go.
Bend it over, going in the stash.
Yeah, he should have a segment called "Bend Over." Oh, I shouldn't have said that way. Wait a minute.
What would that session be about, Vic?
Sorry, my bad.
No, I'm just trying to say, you say we need the bend
sorry.
over session.
Oh God, I gotta stop.
Bend over.
I apologize for those who are leading the wrong subject on behalf of them. That's me. All right, we out. We out.
Man, all of us.
You gotta keep. Here it goes, bending over again.
Going to the stash.
Ain't working, man.
Going into
He's
the
going.
stash.
See, if I were you guys, I would write in.
Hey, you know what it is? Just to show you how Rudy put some of the setup, I got to go down there and jiggle the cord. Oh, see, it's jiggling now.
Hey guys.
Ain't nobody
Glad.
got my DNA.
I'm sorry. It's Monday. What do you want me to do? We're gonna blast you guys. Enjoy.
Come on.
Silly on your Monday.
First off, I'm not your regular dude. I bust moves like a young MC. Yeah, sorta, that would be me. Got me thinking about putting down the mic one day. Then I get some more love. Thanks for the love you gotta play. Hey, what can I say? I'm a Leo to the finish, man. I love God, so my faith won't diminish me. Once I step up to the mic, I speak truth. Hip hop wasn't designed to expose the black youth, but somewhere along the lines we dropped the ball. Yeah, I mean that man in the mirror, yeah, that ball dude. But now I'm back to right the wrongs of my past world. So let me mark this off my list like my name's Earl. Articulate my thoughts clearly like Professor Les. Do you remember Rap City with Deja and Les? I'm looking at the front door, bless the main source. You're full yet, wait till I hit you with the main course. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I'd rather listen to Tribe or shit alone. You like my raps, but really I write songs. I like to do it like this once in a while to show some versatility and make you all smile. It's been a long time coming, I know, I feel it too. The more I take a break, it's like the more I break through. With my timeless space boy funk, I'm on point. You bless this microphone every time I anoint the pen and pad. I face the bad head on. Skate inside the music, see my diary's a song and song. Till I write my next verse, then I go again. Into the studio, I feel I gotta flow again. This ain't just music to me, it's like my recipe. To be honest, it's more creative tranquility. This ain't just music to me, it's like my recipe. To be honest, it's more creative tranquility. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. They say they get me, I don't think they ever got me. My name's Kowalski, but they call me Kawasaki. Online I'm funds, but in real life I'm more like Chachi or Cola. I told you, I'm funky like granola. Bars, can't you see that I'm a star? Who pumps his own gas in the cold really fast? I pass on your gold digging stash. I'd rather make my own money, not advance me own money. No, I was spitting when you was a kid. You doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid. You doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. So there you go. Nobody's got my DNA. Nobody's got my DNA. Nobody's got my DNA.
Alexa, begin playlist broadcast transition.
Your playlist, Broadcast Transition, on Amazon Music.